planning on filming this video with her in it, but she came out to say hi. She loves me, I swear. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, this is kind of a strange video to come into, but you should still definitely subscribe for some interesting content like this. I have been pushing off making this video for so long just simply because I don't want to talk about this and I don't want to relive it. But I feel like I should be sharing this. I'm not even sure why. There's just something inside me that wants to let people know. So I think it probably started a couple months ago. My bunny, Misty, say hi, Misty. You can bounce around. I'm just gonna let her do her thing. So this started a couple months ago when my bunny stopped eating her hay. She goes through these phases sometimes. She's so cute. She goes through these phases sometimes where she won't eat her hay, and especially in winter or summer when the weather's drastically changing, I was like, okay, it's no big deal. Then she stopped eating her pellets, which was concerning, and that was when I was like, you good? Are you mad or are you sneezing? So that was when we kind of decided, okay, we need to take her into the vet. We called, we tried to get an appointment. It takes so long to get into the vet. Even for an emergency appointment at the vet that we were trying to get into, you had to call and schedule the emergency visit, and they only had certain times for an emergency visit. So I don't really see how that's an emergency visit, but it's fine. So, we got her an appointment scheduled. That was on a Thursday, and over the weekend, she pretty much completely stopped eating. We were trying to give her baby food. I tried to give her applesauce because apples are like her favorite food. I tried to give her carrots, kale, all of her. Okay, I get it. Do you want to get off the bed? Okay. I tried to give her all of her favorites, and she still wasn't eating those. But so that Monday, we decided, all right, we got to take her in. I called, tried to give an emergency visit, and we couldn't. So they sent us to another vet. Veg. It was just a walk-in. It was a super long drive. We drive all the way out there. We walk in. We're like, hey, we have our bunny. They come in and they start poking her and prodding her and spinning her upside down and inside out. And there's not even chairs on there. The doctors and the nurses and the techs are literally just sitting on the floor talking to us. And they would go in, turn her upside down, inside out, prick her, then give her back to me and walk out. And they do this whole exam. Then the doctor or the veterinarians, doctors? Are they medical doctors? I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're doctors. I don't know what type. And she comes in and she starts explaining my bunny's teeth issue, and that she has dental disease, and that could be why she didn't eat. But now she's dehydrated herself because she can't eat, and blah blah blah, and da da da. And we need to do all this stuff, and that she is dying, and if we don't help her, she's gonna die. And she needs x-rays, and she needs to be sedated, and she needs special food, special meds, all of this. And I'm like, okay, how much is this gonna cost? Because going in, we, did kind of discuss how much money are we willing to spend to get a few more years out of her. And they're like, yeah, we'll just send you a text, which is kind of strange because we're literally right there already. So they sent us a text, and I am not allowed to say the number that they charged us. And I started just completely panicking. I was like, oh my God, we can't afford that. Like, we just have to go, take her and run. They made me feel like a murderer. Like, oh my gosh, you should have made her come in sooner. If you don't do this, she's gonna die, and it's on you. And I was already, I was pretty upset because Misty and I were good friends. Seriously, what are you doing? So we're trying to figure out, is there any way we are not putting our bunny through surgery if she has an obstruction or anything, which is the reason why we would need the x-rays. So we're trying to figure out, let's do all the medication. We can take her to another vet because they couldn't diagnose her dental disease there. We're like, we can take her to another vet, get the dental disease, and if that's not the problem and there's something, further wrong, we're not putting our bunny through surgery. Like, I just wouldn't do that. But there was no way to cancel the x-rays. It made you pay before. So we just agree to it. I'm freaking out. My mom was getting some PTSD from when I was sick, so she was freaking out. We decided to do it, and they come in to sedate her, and like everything else, like when they were sticking tubes up her and in her, and They sedate her right in front of us, and at this point I'm like, I'm not looking, I'm done with this. The bunny that they're using, that's not my bunny. Where's my bunny? I want my bunny back. Like, what is going on? They sedate her, they toss her on my mom's lap, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna do the x-rays, this should be fast. She spent like 4 hours at that vet, and I was freaking out. I'm like, I gotta go. I can't be here. I have to go. I'm like, I'm gonna go to dance. I just gotta leave. So I have to download Uber. I have to get an Uber. Really sketchy. I don't know. Those things just kind of scare me solo. I had to get an Uber to drive me to my ballet class while sedated Bunny got her x-rays. She comes out all sprawled out, just sedated. And I'm like, all right, I'm leaving. Apparently after I left, the doctor comes in saying she can't really read the x-rays. She's not a bunny specialist or whatever, because apparently bunnies are exotic creatures. But that she thinks there's an obstruction and surgery. And my mom's like, we're not doing surgery. She goes, oh, okay, well, then we would like to keep her overnight, and it's going to be like $3,000. My mom's like, no, I'm taking my bunny home. So she drives home with sedated Bunny on her lap because I had gone. I left. I couldn't handle it. So she puts a seatbelt over sedated Bunny, and as you can tell, she's pretty jumpy, you know? She doesn't just chill out and sit there. And on the car ride up, we couldn't find her carrier, so we put her in a bag. She was jumpy enough in the bag, but so we didn't get her out of the bag, you know. She's just on my mom's lap, and she takes her home. They gave us critical care to feed to her. They did not teach us how to feed her, and they gave us this giant syringe, which was way too big for her. And they're like, feed her 3 times a day. Look, she's gonna jump off. Yeah. See, she's a jumpy bunny. And they gave us this critical care to give to her, and that was supposedly going to help her get better, along with some pain meds, because they said she was in a lot of pain, really tender. You could feel her lit ribs and her spine. She was so skinny. I'm like, I know. Why do you think I'm here? Don't make me feel like a murderer. Okay. Sorry about that. I was like running out of storage. So we take her home. We're like, we're never ever doing that again. We are never taking her to a vet again. I'm never going to a vet again. I'm not getting a dog. Like, screw this. We had an appointment for that Thursday. We decided not to cancel it because at the vet they told us we needed to follow up and there was no way we were going back to that vet. So we take her to another vet on Thursday, and we had decided, we're like, okay, we're not gonna spend any more money on her. Like, we're just going in, seeing what they're saying, and seeing what happens. We go in, we take her back in the bag to the vet, and they're a lot nicer there. We take her back. This room has a table, has desk, computer, chairs. Oh my gosh, no way. The vet comes in and he looks at her and he starts explaining this disease where Bunny's stomachs essentially stop working. And he doesn't think hers is really severe by feeling her stomach, but what he usually does is he takes these bunnies and he treats them overnight and he gives them certain medications and syringe feeds them. I'm thinking, oh shoot, here we go again. Another $3,000 to spend the night. Meanwhile, he's also clipping her nails and giving her a little grooming because she does not like getting her nails clipped. And when she was already not eating and we were told she was in pain, we're just not about to clip her nails. He clips her nails, he gives her a little grooming. We discuss her treatment options. I'm like, oh, she is eating a little now. She was eating some of her kale, which apparently we're not supposed to be giving her, so she doesn't get kale anymore. Sorry, Misty. He was like, so if I were to put a piece of romaine or parsley here, would she eat it? And we're like, oh yeah, she would gobble it up. Meanwhile, also, she's just on this little table, but she's still hopping around, she's sniffing around, she's not completely petrified, shaking because people are poking and prodding at her. And he's like, I can just do one treatment now, and I can send you guys home with some meds and some baby food to feed her, and that should make her better. He said, her teeth look fine, I don't see any dental disease or anything, and if this doesn't work, then we would do x-rays to see if there's anything wrong, but we do that further along. And I was like, we literally already got the x-rays. He goes, unfortunately, in places when they don't know what they're doing, they make you spend all this extra money that's unnecessary. So like, okay, so we did get scammed. But he was super cool. It was a very affordable price. We got her treated, she came out, she was eating. They taught me how to syringe feed her with small syringes. And I had to syringe feed her 3 times a day for a week, which was not fun. It was easier when my mom was here and she could hold her and I could syringe feed her, but I'm just trying to go on top of her and feed her. I showed up to school late every single day. I had sweet potato in my hair, green beans on my eyebrows. It was pretty rough, but she has started eating her pellets again. She has a little bit of hay. She's not fully back on the Timothy hay, but she's drinking a ton of water, and she's definitely more active. She's fluffier. She started shedding like crazy, but not even shedding, just had white spots all over her. She is shinier. She is a lot bigger and more active, and she's just doing a lot better now. I don't want to reveal the name of the vet that we took her to that was good because I do not have their permission. But Veg, I'm just here to expose you. Like, I'm sorry. You kind of put me through some emotional trauma and took a crap ton of my money that I did not have to spend. So Misty is doing a lot better now, and I just wanted to share this story for if anybody else goes. Yeah, I was talking to some of my friends, and they're like, "Oh yeah, vets are such scams," and I was like, "I'm never going to the vet again. I'm never going to get a dog. I'm never going to get another animal." And this vet was a totally different experience, and I told them too. I was like, "Do not send anyone to veg. It was really bad. It was a terrible experience." Misty's doing a lot better right now, as you guys saw, and I just kind of wanted to share this experience to see if it helps someone or at least provide you some entertainment. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, do everything that you gotta do, and I'll see you next time. Bye!